Hey and welcome everyone to a new video. I'm Capunator and it is a pleasure to talk to you today. And if you clicked on this video, this is because you want to know the 10 best tips for Horizon and what you can do better to have a better gameplay experience and getting easier kills. I will explain you right after the intro, but before we start with the intro, two more things to mention. First, I'm close to getting a sponsorship, so stay tuned. I will explain everything as soon as the deal is finished, so not too much infos here. It's a sponsorship about merch and stuff like that, so it's pretty cool. And second, if this video helps you, if all those tips help you, don't forget to like and subscribe. Down here are all my social media links. I'm also on Twitch and Instagram. And if you have another tip that I didn't mention, just feel free to put it in the comments because I can't know everything. So if you have some tips for the community, let us know. And now we just start with the intro. Let's go! So before we start, a small disclaimer. You can see that I will try to apply the tips in the background gameplay with Horizon, but not all of the time it did work this well, or not all of the time I really was able to pull them off, because they are really hard to learn sometimes and to apply. But if you're really trying to learn Horizon, it's like one of the most powerful legends. So just this as a quick disclaimer. Now let's enjoy the tips. So let's just start with tip number 1. You can heal while you are on the gravity lift. So this means that every time you're on the gravity lift, you can easily pop a battery or a shield cell, something like that. And if you're doing this close to like a building or a tree, you can hide in the tree and heal at the same time. This gives you a big advantage when you're getting shot at. Number 2, stay on the gravity lift while pushing or fighting. If you stay on the gravity lift and not jump off directly, this means that you have a great overview of the field. This means that cover is no more really a cover for your enemies just because you're shooting them from above. This gives you a big advantage because you have two main points which are great here. One, you have the high ground, and this is pretty important in this game because this gives you a great view over the field, over the fight. And two, when pushing upwards with the gravity lift, people have really much trouble to aim at you just because they are not used to aim in this verticality, except if they come from maybe some arena shooters or something like that. Most of the time they are not, so they will have really much trouble to hit you actually. Number 3, use the gravity lift to access new high grounds. There are so many new obstacles in Season 7 with Olympus just because there are so many new buildings and type of buildings and walls and trees and everything like that. Use the gravity lift to go on top of that, because there are so many points where you can reach to that most of the time you won't think you will be able to. Like, there are these big walls, these big yellow walls, you can climb on top of them most of the time. And this gives you a big advantage because most of the time you can surprise your enemies like that. And that's really a huge advantage just because you can pop off like 100 to 200 damage easy, even though before they know where you really are. So use this for your advantage. Number 4. Let's talk about her passive, the spacewalk. You know those situations you're landing on a gun at the beginning of a fight and your enemy is just landing beside you and he gets the gun, of course. I mean, he always gets the gun just because he has more luck, I guess. With Horizon, this is not a problem anymore, because with her passive, you really can land and directly begin to sprint. This means you will, like 99% out of time, you will get the gun. This means an easy kill for you because your enemy does not have a shield or a gun. And you can directly start off with 2 or 3 kills. This is really amazing passive, so use it wisely. Number 5. Use the gravity lift to get out of black holes, caustic traps, or even nades. The gravity lift is really strong and it's really fast. It's not like, it does not really have a delay when throwing it on the ground. This makes it really valuable. Because when you're stuck in some caustic gas or stuck between some nades, or if the black hole from another Horizon is on the ground, you can just throw your gravity lift on the ground and you will be out of it. You will be literally free, and then you have the overview again and can push back. Number 6. Slide out of the gravity lift just because this gives you so much momentum and speed. This really means that in combination with the spacewalk and the gravity lift, you can get like insane speed for pushing enemies. Or if you're in a disadvantage like you got shot at, you can also just slide back, get some cover really quick and heal up. This gives you a really big advantage because this makes you quite unpredictable. That's a pretty big deal. Use this for your advantage. Number 7. You can better perform wall jumps. Since you have the space wall passive, this means that you have more control in the air. And this really gives you an advantage by wall jumping even easier and faster. So for all the movement kings out there of you, like all the little ACUs, use this, just because the enemy will not be able to hit you and you will basically just move around them and they will turn like fool and they will not have a chance. So this is a pretty big thing for all the movement kings out there. Number 8. Let's talk about the ultimate, the black hole, because we haven't talked about it yet. So here's a big tip. First, use the gravity lift, and then when you're on top on the gravity lift, get an overview of the field and throw the black hole where it's needed. Like this you have a big advantage that you can first really choose wisely the position for the black hole, and second, you already have the high ground. This makes it so easier for pushing enemies. Number 9. Let's talk a little bit more about the black hole. If you have your black hole ready and you have some nades and you see a trident moving around, throw the black hole at the trident. The trident gets sucked in so hard by the black hole and it's just turning in circles. And then when you throw on some nades, this is a really easy multi-kill, I swear. This works so easy. Number 10. Last but not least. Let's talk about the combination of Horizon with other legends. For example, if you are a Horizon playing with a caustic, if you both have your ultimates ready and you really coordinate it quick and good, you can really demolish your enemies so fast. Because if you throw the black hole on the ground, all your enemies got sucked into it and you just can throw in the gas grenade from caustic, they are pretty much dead already. The same also works with Chibi's ultimate, because his ultimate got a quite good range, but most of the time it's too slow and enemies can't get out of the range. But with Horizon this problem is not here anymore, just because you can stuck them in the range and they are dead. And Chibi's ult is doing quite a good amount of damage, so this should give you a good advantage. Further, you can also combine it with like Revenant's tactical, just because they will stuck into his meatball and lose their abilities, or like with Sheila, I mean, if they are stuck into the black hole and Sheila can just aim at one point, they are pretty much dead, because Sheila is doing so much damage. So these were my 10 best tips I got for you. If there's something I didn't mention and you want to share it with us, down in the comments. And if they help you, because I guess some of you will not know everything, not all the 10 tips, leave a like and subscribe, because there is going to be coming more. I'm also going to make surely some tips and tricks video for Cold War and stuff like that. So once more, thanks for watching. Down here are all my social media links. I'm also on Twitch and Instagram, also follow me there. And yeah, my name is Capunator and it was a pleasure to talk to you today. I hope to see you back soon for another video. Ciao! Honey, I'm a perfect 10, whoa, whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10, whoa.